Hello and thank you for checking out the Team Tech YouTube channel. My name is Johan and this is the first episode of Give This Game a Shot, a series where I try to convince you to try out a game. Now the first game you're going to be looking at is Fortnite Battle Royale. And I know what you're going to say is, Johan, isn't this just a PUBG ripoff? And my answer to that is yes and no, and I'm going to tell you why. So my first point is Fortnite Battle Royale is free to play. Yes, it is free. You can download it through Epic's launch, so just go and search for Fortnite Battle Royale. It's not on Steam, so don't go looking for it there. But it is free to play, so you can check it out risk-free basically. Another reason why you should be trying this out is if you don't have a PC running on it, it's also on PS4 and it's also free to play. Unfortunately, I tried and looked for it on the Taiwan PSN. It's not available there, so you have to go and make an account, a PSN account on the US store or the EU store or one of the stores where it's available. Download it there, and then you can freely log back into your regular PSN account and play it on there. Even if you want to play it in the Taiwan region, there's no region blocking, which also means if you want to try it out with your friends back home, you can totally do that. Now another reason you should try out Fortnite Battle Royale is it is actually not that system heavy. It's not that resource heavy. This can run on a fairly average PC. You don't need the latest graphics card, and that can be contributed to its more simplistic art style. It is more quote-unquote cartoony, as some people like to call it. I just think it's stylized. It is something along the lines of Team Fortress or one of those games, but anyway, it runs pretty smoothly. You can get 60 frames per second on this game with a very modest computer. Now probably the most significant difference between Fortnite Battle Royale and PUBG is of course the building aspect of this game. And at first you might say, isn't this just a gimmick? And again, yes and no. The building aspect of the game really changes the way you're going to play. From the beginning, you're not just looting, you're also gathering resources, either by chopping down trees to gain wood, chopping on walls to gain bricks, or picking up metal objects that you can use as crafting supplies to create walls or stairs or all kinds of things. There's also traps that you can pick up and bonfires that you can place, that you can build to heal yourself up. And there are of course a lot of interesting things you can do with this building mechanic. One good example is I've seen people helping out teammates. Your teammate gets downed, you run in front of him, you place a wall, you build a little enclosure around him, and you're free to kind of heal your friend without the worry of getting shot. Now of course these walls and structures aren't indestructible. Sometimes a few shots from a submachine gun is enough to take down a wooden wall, but you can also build things like stairs to get up to higher areas, and sometimes to find these little loot chests. You can build up a wall and climb up. Also gaining a height advantage on your enemy is another reason why you would build some of these stairs. And another reason you should try out Fortnite Battle Royale is that it's a much quicker game, I feel. In my personal experience, I feel like you're stopping less, you're camping less. The shooting lends itself more to closer range combat, where there are much less sniper rifles and scoped weapons. Even though there are, a lot of the times you won't be fighting over extremely long distances. It's all be medium distances and short range combat. Sniper rifles are there and they are a big thing in the game, but I feel like there's a lot less focus on sniping. So if that's something you like, if you like the faster paced gameplay, this might be the game for you. Now finally, talking about shooting, we have to talk about the weapons. And in Fortnite Battle Royale, there's quite a large variety of different weapons. You get your standard military style weapons like SKSs and M14s and those kind of rifles and submachine guns and pistols, but then you also get kind of quirky and funny weapons like the boogie bomb and a few other interesting items that makes the game a bit more lighthearted and fun to play. And speaking of lighthearted and fun, there's quite a large variety of character customization items. For the most part, these are unlocked by spending real world money, and of course it's not mandatory and it doesn't change the gameplay, but it is there and it is actually quite amusing, the different kind of costumes and items they put into the game for you to try out. Obviously there are different rarities and so on for you to unlock, so if you get a purple one, you're like, oh my goodness, it looks so awesome. And it's definitely something that you shouldn't overlook. Anyway, that just about does it for this episode of Give This Game a Shot. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you end up trying Fortnite Battle Royale, let me know what you think about it. But until then, happy gaming and see you again on the Team Tag YouTube channel.